ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So South Carolina's offense will get first crack at it today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will have its first possession of the game. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Needing to move the chains. Here comes Kentucky on fourth. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Boley. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. It's a makeable field goal. .29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
Looking for a huge play. Pulls in the deep ball. Running free.
flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got it set up on the outside. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. At the 30.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I think you do.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls and throws off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for space. It's ball. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Boley. Trying to set up the screen. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The snap sets up to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Barrels ahead. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity.
Sir, corner, go Cats.
Took advantage of it.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Vasco. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10.
Yo, what's up,
Touchdown,
Taco?
Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Make sure I go check out these
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Got the 1st down, looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Bowling. Gets open down the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Gilmore. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on third down. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick.
He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Kentucky. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Looking for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using the quick game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Finds his man. It's Harbor. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Looking for a man. It's Basco. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Dropping back, it's Bolden. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. This time it's complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a third and long. Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilcox. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Gives it on the option. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line them up in different places and even throw them the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. To try to get them going there.
Got it behind the line. It's ball. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Dropping back, it's Bowling. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Harbor. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. With the catch, it's Harbor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Flips it out to the back. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. The This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Calls his own number. Gets away from one, finds room. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Looking left. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down. He's got him. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Trying play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got some room to run. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense putting points on the board. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, adds the lead for his team. Still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
Split backs here. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff on the
He lets it fly. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Going the other way.